A very warm welcome evening to you. My name is Peter Subi aka Ramsey aka Subi the Boy. So in our today's report and in our today's documentary, we are trying as much as possible to talk about the issue of HIV and AIDS. Remember, this disease has been with us for the last decades of years, and we are really trying as a country and we are really trying as a nation to eradicate HIV and AIDS in our country. So today I am preparing to you a documentary about HIV and AIDS, so that maybe you might learn from it, so that maybe you may get to the knowledge and to see the effects of HIV and AIDS to your health. Remember, your life is so precious to us. Don't get involved in some immorality behaviors that may cause you to get infected with this virus of HIV and AIDS. So live is a documentary about HIV and AIDS. Remember to click the subscription button on your screen, and remember to share this video widely whenever you get it. This has been none other than Peter Subi aka Ramsey aka Subi the Boy, the cute boy in town. A very warm welcome evening to you. My name is Peter Subi aka Ramsey aka Subi the Boy. So today I am going to share with you a documentary report about this deadly virus that has been attacking the whole world for decades right now. So statistically, or maybe just to begin by the introduction, HIV has been the worst world pandemic we have ever experienced in the half of the last 20th century. It has been affecting our people, and it has been with us for the past 20th century. And just to make a short brief on the origin of HIV, it is believed that HIV originated from a virus from apes, that is CIV, simian immunovirus. And the theory behind this story is that this virus entered into the bloodstreams of human beings after they had consumed the meat that contained this virus, and also after consuming blood that contained this virus. So CIV, or the simian immunovirus, mutated inside the body of a human being, and it went to a point of whereby it became HIV and AIDS. HIV, which was the virus that caused AIDS. So HIV has spread worldwide, and statistically up to date 35 million people have been infected by this virus. And the WHO has been working tirelessly in order to ensure that this virus has been eradicated in the world. And it is trying as much as possible to ensure that at least before the Vision 2030, we achieve the target of 95 and 95 and 95. That is, 95 people are tested, and 95 people knows their status, and 95 people, they have accepted their status and they are under medication. So the WHO is really trying as much as possible to eradicate this virus entirely from the scope of the universe. And today, as Subi Boy TV, we are really trying as much as possible to share some awareness and to share some views to the people, so that maybe they will take care and they will do some things in order to ensure that they work hand in hand with the WHO in order to ensure that this virus has been eradicated in our country. So HIV has been hard to be eradicated in the body because it is found that it attacks and it is located in the DNA, whereby the RNA attaches itself to the human DNA. And this has been very hard to be eradicated from the body of a human being. So maybe I just give you a small history about the HIV and AIDS. disease. So AIDS has been around for several decades, and it is estimated to have first infected human in 1910s and 1920s. So in the whole world generally, that is in 1959, it is widely accepted that HIV came from a simian immunovirus, that is SIV, and like I've told you earlier, it is a virus that is in the family of apes and the chimpanzees. So SIV is likely to cross the species when human came into contact with the SIV infected blood, and either through hunting or consuming some bush meats, and then it becomes the HIV virus that caused AIDS. So in 1975, the doctors in Kinshasa reported a double reign of Kaposi sarcoma, though not diagnosed at that time, but this is later attributed to be HIV and AIDS. And also in 1981, scientists first identified AIDS in the United States of America when researchers observed a sudden rise in opportunistic infection among homosexuals. Most of them had long disease characteristics by progressing some illness and some suffocation in the lungs that were because their lungs were filled with the fluid. So most of the cases were reported in the gay community, and this is due to the disease that coined the gay-related immunodiseases, that is GRID. And in 1982, it became clear that AIDS is not a disease that just occurred in the United States of America, but also reported across the world and across the country at large. So in 1982, doctors in rural Uganda reported a new fatal wasting diseases that they referred it as a SLIM, which was later associated as HIV and AIDS. So at the end of 1982, the first mother-to-child transmission was reported in the United States of America. And in 1983, two doctors in France, led by Luc Montagna, reported the discovery of a new virus called lymphadenophytes-associated virus, that is LAV, that could be the cause of HIV and AIDS. And in 1984, a team from Washington, D.C., led by Robert Gallo, found the cause of AIDS, a virus called human T-cell, that is a lymphotrophic virus type 3, HTLV3. And later, LAV and HTLV acknowledged to be the same. So by 1985, at least one case of HIV and AIDS had been reported to have grown in the world, especially most parts of the world. And this led to HIV awareness on the global scale. So on the 1st of December, every year, it is being celebrated as the HIV Awareness Day. So worldwide, let's say the WHO stated that it is a special program on HIV and AIDS. And in 1986, International Committee of Taxonomy of Virus it rules that both LAV and HTLV should be dropped and created a new name, that is HIV and AIDS. And in 1987, the first AIDS therapy was introduced in the United States of America. It was known as azidothymidine, that is AZT. And in 1988, the World AIDS Health among years of decades formed a day of remembrance of solidarity and awareness. And in 1990, the first and only antiretroviral, that is AZT drug, was available for HIV. It is approved for use of children. And in 1991, the Red Ribbon project is created, which became an international symbol for AIDS awareness today. So the color red is chosen in connection to blood and idea of passion, anger, and love. So in 1993, the first success in reducing the number of HIV cases was observed in Uganda, Thailand, and also Brazil. And some years, in the same year, the first regime to prevent a mother-to-child was developed. In 1995, a high-active antiretroviral therapy was introduced, that is HAART, in the same year, joining the United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS. So the UNAIDS was created specifically to deal with HIV and AIDS in 1999. The WHO announced HIV as the most common cause of death globally and the biggest killer in sub-Saharan Africa. So in the year 2002, the UNAIDS estimated that people living with HIV and AIDS globally, out of 40 million, 28.5 million were in the sub-Sahara. In the same year, Botswana became the first African country to launch the antiretroviral project. So in the year 2011, the use of approved new HIV treatment design to be taken as a singular tablet. And in 2003, Cuba became the first country in the world to completely eliminate a mother-to-child transmission. In 2005, the WHO announces a treatment for all people living with HIV and AIDS. And in the year 2021, HIV treatment that can be injected every 1 or 2 months was approved for use in the same country. The UNAIDS in 2021 report showed that the 19th century achievement, that is 1990 target by 2022, in which 90% of the people know their status, 90% are diagnosed, and 90% of the diagnosed people are on ARVs, and 90% on ARVs should be virally suppressed by the year 2020. So by the end of 2021, the target of 1995 is achieved. So that is a little bit of a short story or a short history about the HIV and AIDS that has been with us here. So today, as a Subiboy TV, we are trying to address this issue of HIV awareness, and it is seen that the most people who are being affected are the youths, and a youth is somebody who is between the year of 15 to 35 years, or maybe 13 to 35 years. That is somebody we consider him or her to be a youth. So HIV has really spread, and this might be due to cause of ignorance, and this might be due to cause of lack of awareness to some people. And we are trying as much as possible even to work hand in hand with the WHO, that is the World Health Organization, in ensuring that we eradicate this disease globally into the world. And we are also trying to create awareness to the youth so that they can know that this disease is there, it exists, and this disease is here with us if we don't, and it is here with us to say if we don't take some actions and try to eradicate it. So I want to encourage the youth, especially of the younger age, to try and abstain, because you may not know the person you're involving sexually with, and you may not know what might be the cause or what might arise after you sleep with such a person. You never know who this person is. Maybe he or she is infected with the virus, and then you get yourself infected. And some people who they are affected by the virus, they are stigmatized worldwide, and we want to condemn such act with a lot of passion, because when you condemn such people in the society, you are also increasing the chances of these people even committing suicide. And that is something that we as Subiboy TV, we are trying as much as possible to eradicate it. So those people who are infected, we love you. You are special in the society. It is not your wish to be infected with the virus, and it has never been your wish that you get infected with the virus. This virus, they just come, maybe some of them by accident or some of them by ignorance, but because we have the potential of avoiding them, because we have the potential of not coming into contact with this virus, then it is possible for us to eradicate this virus from the scope of the world. And to the youth, maybe just to emphasize, maybe I want to just tell you to abstain, because HIV and AIDS is a virus that cannot be eradicated in their body. The WHO and the other departments are really trying as much as possible to come up with a drug that can really eliminate HIV and AIDS from the blood, but it has really taken them years up to now. So the best thing for you is just to abstain. And if maybe it is impossible for you to abstain, maybe I just want to encourage you just to use the latex condoms, so that you be in a safe place, you be in a safe position. Because we as Subiboy TV, like I have been telling you, and like I have been emphasizing, we want to build a world that it is fit for everyone. We want to build a world that is free from diseases. We want to build a world that is fit for each and every youth. And our dream is to change how people think the world it is today. So we can stop the spread of this virus if we work hand in hand together. I have inspired you today, and I have taught you today on how to on how to avoid the coming into contact with this virus. So please also educate the others, or share this video or clip widely, so that people can see and learn on how to prevent the spread of HIV virus. So some other causes, maybe you might come into contact with HIV virus, maybe due to the situation of being raped. And I understand the situation, and it is not your wish to be in such a position. Maybe somebody raped you and you came into contact with the virus. And we want to condemn such people in the society, because they are the worst than the devil in this society. They are the people who are increasing the chances of spreading this virus with the society. And maybe to those people who are infected with the virus, it doesn't mean because you are infected with the virus, you should also spread the virus widely to other people. You should not take advantage and the innocence of other people and then you spread the virus to other people. Remember that some other people, maybe they are innocent and they are not aware of who you are, and they are not aware of your status. You should not take advantage of them and then you spread the virus to them. And lastly, maybe just to finalize on the impact of HIV and AIDS. HIV and AIDS has really impacted the nation, and also it has really impacted the whole world at large in terms of economy, in terms of progress, in terms of everything that is within a country. Let's just talk, for example, in terms of development. The money that are supposed to be used for other developments, let's say like agriculture, this money is being diverted to purchase these antiretroviral drugs and other contraceptive measures to put in place so that they curb with the spread of this virus. So HIV, if you want to have a world free from HIV and AIDS, let's try as much as possible as youths to ensure that we eradicate this virus from the scope of the world. And I believe that is enough for today. And my name is Peter Subi, aka Ramsey. Just to finalize, maybe create awareness to the people. Teach the people on the impacts of HIV and AIDS. Teach them on how they can avoid coming into contact with this virus. Because in Subiboy TV, we believed that the world we are going to create is a world that is fit for each and every individual in the whole world. As we are
celebrating the 1st December, that is HIV Awareness Day, continue sharing this information to the whole world so that they are aware that this virus still exists and it is within our midst. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, this is none other than Subi aka Ramsey aka Subi, the boys and the cute boy in town.